from Democrats and even some Republicans. One of the most prominent voices against the Trump campaign and administration has been Congresswoman, Maxine Waters. She tweeted this afternoon, quote, "Trump says he's done more than any other president in 5 months. True, he will be the first to have a son and son-in-law under investigation." Joining us now is Congresswoman Maxine Waters. Congresswoman, thank you very much for joining us.
Welcome.
I'm wondering if you have any reaction to your fellow Congress people, Dana Rohrabacher and Louis Gohmert, who you just heard a moment ago.
I didn't really hear what they had to say, except that I know that it's amazing that we have members of Congress who are defending and protecting this president. I am surprised. I'm surprised because many of these Republican Congresspeople have really claimed to be extremely patriotic and at times have indicated that others on the opposite side of the aisle are not as patriotic because of their progressive or liberal views. But here they are in the face of growing evidence that there has been contacts with, perhaps collusion with, and obstruction of justice by this president. They're willing to defend him. And I don't know if they're just scared of him, if they're frightened, if they don't have the gut to stand up and call it like it is and recognize that evidence is pouring in and it's growing, or what is wrong with them? I just don't quite understand why they don't have the strength to do it.
A lot of them will say that they don't agree with it. They don't think it was a good idea, that it was a no-no. We've heard those words, no-no. But then they'll say that they're frankly waiting for Robert Mueller to do his investigation. After all, he is doing an investigation, and when he comes up with his conclusion, did something happen that was wrong, potentially illegal, something that should not have happened, then they will make their final decision on this. Do you allow them that patience?
Well, let me just say this. If they don't have the courage to at least recognize that something is wrong, that it doesn't seem right, that Jared Kushner has not told the truth in, given the information that's necessary for him to have the security clearance that he has. Something's wrong with the president firing Comey in the way that he did, and perhaps it is not correct for him to give classified information to Russians who are sitting inside the White House. If they can't even recognize that and say, well, that doesn't seem right, then they are showing that they don't have courage. I'm not saying they have to come to the conclusion that they should be impeached, for example, but I am saying that they should have the sense to simply just recognize that this is unusual, this is extraordinary, and this love of Putin that this president is showing, and this defense of Putin that this president has done, and all of the other things that I've just alluded to is unseemly, then I think that they are not ready for the bottom line and for what come out of this. They're hoping that it's not true. But yes, our special counsel is going to do the investigation. And I think there's growing evidence he's going to have the information that's going to lead right to impeachment. That's what I believe. And so they can delay it in their minds all they want to. But if they can't even recognize that some of these things just seem unseemly, then I think they're just scared. They're scared of him.
What if Robert Mueller does come back and does say that nothing was wrong, that didn't look good, but ultimately nothing was illegal there?
Well, if the special counsel comes back with that kind of determination, and if this country wants to continue with this president who's embarrassing all of us internationally, who does not understand the relationship with our allies and how important it is, and who will continue to have this Kremlin clan surrounding him, all looking toward Putin and the Kremlin clan, wanting to, make sure that we lift these sanctions. If they want to have that kind of leadership, if they want to have this president, then America can do that. But I think that that's not going to happen.
Congresswoman Maxine Waters, thank you very much for your time.
Well, you're certainly welcome.
And up next.